Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Heather with Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and today I'm just kind of showing how I made basically like a paper tape. It's not a true washi tape because it's not like, kind of see-through, a little bit transparent. But I was looking for a particular washi, and so what I'm showing is I had first tried like this carpet tape, and it's a little bit thick, and you kind of can't see it on camera as well, but I did try to show what it kind of, it was a little bit thick. It works and it'll be fine, for the ones that I tried. But that carpet tape is really better for probably like a fabric application as opposed to paper, because I just feel like it's a little bit too thick. So I'm just showing like a few of the pieces that I've already created with it. And now I'm showing you the digitals that I created with Heather's wallpapers. I made them small and I printed the wallpapers out, and then I printed back over it with Ledger. So I'm showing the new tape that I got, and this is tearable, which is really nice. And not terrible as in bad, terrible as in you can tear it. So it comes in like assorted different sizes, and I'll put the link below, but there's a lot of different options of this tape that you can find. So basically, I just want to take off this edge of that ledger, and I still want to utilize it for being tape. It's really super easy to cut actually through the tape because it's so thin. So I was really, really pleased with this double-sided tape as opposed to, the carpet tape for this kind of, application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this because, you can take really anything and just create it to, what you want it to look like. And so I'm going to use some postage stamps here, but I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff. I mean, you could use words, you could use, different kinds of like shapes like strawberries or, flowers or, whatever you want to do. And this is my first time like actually trying this, and it works out. So I'm just like randomly stamping it, and I just think it looks really super cute. And granted, you can purchase washi, but you don't always have the options of the different types. Maybe there's something particular, which is actually what started this whole thing. I was looking for a particular, color with, this flower, and I really couldn't find it. I had seen it like on somebody's journal, and, but it was from, several years ago. So I just decided I'm going to create, what I need basically. And so that's what I've done here. And I'm just kind of showing some other options. So I've taken like this, card that I've made into like a journal card, and I'm just going to add this little bit of the washi. And sometimes, it's really paper tape, but I'm calling it washi because I'm utilizing it the same way, but it's just adding a little bit of interest. So I'm kind of deciding where I want to stick it because this tape is very, very sticky. And so once it's down, it's down. But I really like how cute it is, just that little bit of interest, very, very simple thing that I've done there. But it's just, made it just a little bit cuter. So I'm just kind of showing. And it is relatively, flat, which is kind of what I liked over utilizing, carpet tape. So I'm showing that you can just tear it. And the reason I like to age the edges is because when you tear paper that's been white, it's going to have that white edge. So now I'm just deciding here, where I want to go with my next, washi tape. So I'm using a little bit of the thicker one. And I think they're from like 1 inch, and then they get really, really super skinny. So I didn't even show the skinny ones on here because I wouldn't take the time to make washi with those. I'll use those for like adhering things down like pockets and stuff in journals where I don't want to sew. I really love how this paper turned out. I think it's really, really cute with the wallpaper and then some of the ledger over the top of it. I just think it's really pretty. And you can always try things out and print and then, double print over the top of it. Now I love this because I captured like, different wallpapers on each side, but I think that's just what makes it unique. You can make your own paper tape, to look however you want it to look. I mean, that's what's so cool about it is you can use anything. And I'll show you some other couple of, ideas and stuff. So I'm just trimming off the extra paper. I left a little bit of an edge between. You don't have to. You could actually even use a rotary cutter. The only thing about that is that, the back of the paper is kind of slick. So when you're putting your metal ruler down, to avoid, cutting yourself and things like that, it could be slippery. And so I just cut it with scissors. It works well enough. And I could be tearing this, but I'm just cutting it straight just so I don't have a lot of like extra left over. But you can completely just tear it. And that's what's so perfect about that. You can't do that with carpet tape. You have to actually cut it. So here I am just kind of distressing it. And you'll just see that it really transforms it. And it just looks, it looks so cute and it looks so authentic. I just love it. And I love that I can just find whatever colors that I want, for my project, whatever I want to use it for. So here I'm showing where I've used a little bit of this like vintage ledger. And then I've also used like some old vintage, book pages to do the same thing. So like if you want book page, washi tape, you can just make book page paper tape. So here is the, this like, graph paper, and I was really trying my hardest to get it straight, but this stuff is really sticky. So I just had to go with it, and it's totally off-centered, which would drive me nuts. But when you see what I do, it all works out. I rescued it. So I'm just trimming off the extra, and then see that graph land, it just drives me crazy that it's off-centered. But I'm going to pick a different stamp to stamp over the top of it. So I have a bazillion stamps and I like never ever use them, and I really should. So I've picked out some, I think it's like a planting kind of thing, like trees and, but it looks kind of like a newspaper article in a way. So I've just randomly stamped it, and then I'm going to distress it. And then it's just all so cute. And then I can just tear it and just add it to whatever. Tags, journal pages, whatever. I think it would be really super cute in packaging as well. I'm kind of, I really like to have really cute packaging. I don't know. It's always just been a thing that just, I don't know, just to make something cuter. You could be wrapping up a spoon and I'd be like, we got to make it cute. So I'm showing some old invoices and things like that I have, and just old articles. And a lot of this paper is just fragile. And so you have to really glue it down. So I'm going to show you what I do and how I utilize it to make my own paper tape. I'm going to fix the little seam here with just some tape that I've aged and made. And so that's going to, heal it back up basically. And then I'm going to show you how I utilize the double-sided tape to then make my own paper tape. And this turns out so cool. Look how cool that looks. It's just so, I love it. It's like I'm a Tim Holtz wannabe. I made my own washi. Is that not cute or what? So I'm going to just show here, I just take this wallpaper acting like it's real wallpaper and tearing it. And then I'm going to basically fix it. The hardest part is probably peeling this apart unless you've got really good nails. So I'm showing that you could actually fold it over to the end, but because it's white on the back and there's no other image or anything, then I just cut it off. But look how super cute that is. And I believe that this tape is clear on the back. So if you really wanted more of an authentic, kind of washi, you could probably just print on vellum and then use this tape to, stick it to the back of your vellum, whatever you've printed on the vellum, and then you're going to have more of a true like washi, transparent, translucent, item, just depending on your vellum and how see-through it is. That receipt turned out really cool too, and it's so brittle, so fragile, and so is this. This is a ledger, and it's very fragile as well. But it's just really neat. I mean, it's just like really cool. It's a really cool way to like preserve stuff, and to use them. And I'm just showing like how you could like mend, some of the documents just to make things look, more and more interesting. So this writing here is really cool. And because this tape is so sticky, I really wanted to get like a little bit of the writing on top and a little bit of the writing on the bottom, like kind of centered on my tape so that you would have a little bit. But again, that tape, I mean, it's got a mind of its own. It's pretty sticky. And so it didn't quite work out the way that I wanted it to, but that's okay. I'll try it again later. This will still be fine. And I'm showing you there how easy it is just to cut right through this tape. So I really wanted like a little bit of the words, from the top, on it, and then the bottom of the top words. But I'm just kind of showing you like how you can like, just add it to something and it's just cool. It looks neat. And you can, print the wallpaper, whatever sizes that you want to. So I think I'm going to do like a little bit of a skinnier one. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of a skinnier one. But what's neat about this is that, washi usually has like a repeated like pattern. And doing it this way, you can kind of get like a lot of different variety and, so that it's not the same repeat pattern over and over and over again. You've got a huge variety. So when I go and I tear this, I mean, I have so many different looks, that you'd never really know that it came from the same piece. So that's what's really, really neat about that. So I'm just showing you all the pieces, and I just think it was a lot of fun to do. And I'm sure other people have tried it. I have no idea. It was a need that I needed, and so I did it. But these are my results, and I'm sure there's so many other things that you can, double side, to get the same effect. But anyway, I hope you enjoy, and tag me on Instagram if you happen to try it. I'd love to see your results too. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.